Hi guys, this is Rachel Turner from Highland Turner Elementary, and I'm going to explain how I use reading A to Z to help with my reading recovery lessons each day. So first I look to see what level each student is on. So for example, I'm going to use one certain student and she is now on level 4. So I go to reading A to Z and I look for a level D book that goes along with that. And go to resources and go to labeled books. And I usually go to all labeled books. Click that. Then I go down here where it has the reading levels. And I want to choose D because that's where her reading level currently is. So when I click that, then there are different books that come up. And I think about what I want to focus with for this specific student. And I am trying to get her to use visual beginning visual and visual throughout as well. So I will choose, today we used All About Foxes. So I'm going to go ahead and click that one because I've already checked it out. And I read here to see what it's about. And I look down here to see about the high frequency words that we sometimes use those for their word work and their story words. I'll usually look through these also and see if there's any words that might be hard or difficult or tricky for the students. So for instance, mammals, I'll choose that for one of our words to focus on when we're introducing this new story. So I would show her, I would write this word on my board and I would show her how to divide it between the two M's. And then we would go ahead and I'd let her try to sound it out and I would help if she needed help. So then we go to get the book so the student can actually see it. I click on single-sided book. So that brings the whole story up. And then I always go to show in folder, click that. And then it'll come up here at the top. So then you double click that and the story comes up. So we talk about the title of the story, the front cover of the story, the author, and the illustrator if there is one. And if there isn't an illustrator, then I explain that we don't have an illustrator because they used real pictures from a camera. They didn't actually have to draw them or paint them or anything. So then we do our picture walk, and I let the student, tell me what they see. And if there's anything specific I want to point out, I will go ahead and do that now also. So here's our word mammals again. So I'll highlight that and show her the word. Then I may sometimes only highlight the first part of it and put this little cursor here so she can see where you would split the word. So we'll go through here and I'll let her tell me what she sees in these pictures. And then we talk about the different things that it's showing us. And here's another word that has the double consonant. Summer has the two M's. So we will divide that into the two M's here. And I will tell her and remind her to make sure she keeps her finger for now underneath the first letter of the word because she's still having trouble with visual. And let her sound this part out. And then I'll let her sound this part out. And then I usually have to remind her at this point that R is bossy, so the ER is going to say So after we do all of our picture walk and we go through the tricky words, then I will let her go back up. I'll go back up to the top for her and let her start reading the story. And of course, if she has any trouble or has any difficulty, then I'll help her also at that point. But I am letting her right now go ahead and try to figure out the words by herself. And like I was saying, she still has trouble with visual. So I'm always reminding her to do that. So I may say if she calls a word something that's totally different or looks different, she was calling this word fur earlier, which it does have an F, but it doesn't have a U or an R. So I was having her to look at the first letter, which she got the F. Then I had to go to the second letter, and then I would remind her to check her picture and see what in this picture, because we got pointy. So it says they have pointy a. So then we worked through that word like that, and then she finally decided it was faces. So after the story is read, then we talk about the story a little bit more. And then that is going to be her textbook for tomorrow. So then tomorrow I will have her to write for her story something about foxes or something about this specific story. And that arrangement has worked out pretty well so far. So that's how we use reading A to Z. Thanks.